The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. The dead. The dead.
Hey guys, and we're back with another episode of Viral Venom. This is episode number 19. It's called The Man Behind the Mask. Tonight we're joined by our special guest, Krystian Bester, aka Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, Law and Order, Killer Pizza, and more. Before we get to bring them out, we have to give a special thanks to Michael Claude Thomas and the B-Movie Monsters for allowing us to use their theme song, or their song Plan 9 as our theme song for the show. The B-Movie Monsters are available on streaming platforms all across the universe, including iTunes, Spotify, Google Music, and more. Thank you again to the B-Movie Monsters. Do you want to say hello?
Hi, everybody.
This is Mandy. She's tagging along today. It's her first time. Not saying anything. Say hi, everybody.
I already said hi.
Okay. All right. So anyway, we're going to bring out Krystian to talk about filming Friday the 13th Blood Loss and more. Feel free to ask us questions in the comments to be shown on screen. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him out. Am I missing anything here? Okay. Zachary couldn't hear us, but he says, I can hear you now. Thank you, Zachary. And then Matthew White says, hi, guys. Hi, Matthew White. Zachary and Matthew both filmed with us this past, what was it, a week ago?
That's 2 weekends ago now.
2 weekends ago. Time flies by. All right, let's go ahead and bring them out. Oh, my God, it's Krystian Bester. I told you he'd be here.
Hi, Krystian.
You didn't believe he was going to show up, but he did.
I almost didn't.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show with us again.
Yeah, you came on the show, but you're not in costume.
Wow.
So the last time we had you on, we were supposed to do this just over a month ago, and we were having issues with the internet or something. So we ended up having you on with us on Facebook Live. We had you on one other time, but you were sick that night. So this is kind of like the first real go around, I think, which is cool. So Krystian is filmed with us 3 weeks now for Friday the 13th Blood Loss. He's portraying two different characters. Both are major roles in the film. One is Jason Voorhees, which some of you guys may have heard of. He's in our background behind MANDEE there. You can't see it, it's just off screen. But he's also an original character named John Hawthorne in the movie. So you want to ask what his favorite scary movie is?
You've already asked him.
What was your favorite scary movie?
Either Jeepers Creepers or...
Oh, okay, that's right. I remember now. Jeepers Creepers. So Nancy Ann Ritter joined the cast of Killer Pizza. So every time we have a guest on, we ask, what's your favorite scary movie? But we've already asked Krystian, and of course, it's Jeepers Creepers. So, all right. So now that we got that out of the way, what did you enjoy anything about filming? And if so, what did you enjoy about filming with us?
I enjoyed all of it. There were some tough days for us, especially the lack of sleep, but we managed to get through it, and I think we did a good job. We definitely think we're going to put out a good product. It was just fun filming with so many different people. Like Matt was out there. We were filming together. I would have to name everybody because I think I was in scenes with almost everybody. But it was great. Everyone was so talented. It was just such a fun time.
So Krystian film scenes with Matthew White, who's in the comments section here. You also, I believe, took pictures with Zachary, who's in the comments section.
I did.
So we had 20 different kids film scenes with us on that Sunday, and it was 100 degrees out, and Krystian's outside in the full Jason costume. It's a heavy costume. I mean, he's got tactical pants on, work boots, gloves, dress shirt, long sleeve dress shirt. Then he's got a jacket over that. Then Jason wears 2 masks. So he has an underhood that's like rubber and it's pretty close to your face. And then he's got a hockey mask over that. And he's doing all that out in 100 degrees weather. Just to keep the kids happy. What was that like?
It was, luckily, after the pictures, I would just take off the mask. It was there always helping me, pouring water on my back. And, it was an interesting first day with all those pictures because it was just so hot. That was probably the hottest day we were out there, wasn't it? It was one of the hottest days.
Yeah, probably.
Just a huge shout out, though. Thank you so much for doing that. Those kids really appreciate it and got the biggest kick out of that day.
That was fun. Those pictures I think you've posted some. They're fun. Putting the knife to their throat. All the kids were really fun to work with.
I wish I'd gotten all of their pictures, but unfortunately, I had to be in more places than one. Mm-hmm. But for the ones that I did get, I'm glad that I was able to catch those moments at least. But like I said, they were extremely grateful. The parents were even saying thank you for the whole experience. And it's like a big shout out to Christy.
Christina.
With all the kids too.
Christina.
Kylo
Powers.
Sorry, she gave us a stage name today.
She just gave it to us, and so I'm trying to learn how to pronounce
it. I gotta learn that. I'm sorry.
but yeah, she was awesome.
But yeah, Krystian got the hard part with standing out in the heat and that costume.
Yeah,
but they loved it.
They were from all across the U.S., I was expecting like some kids from New York, maybe local, but they're coming from Colorado, Minnesota, Michigan. It was pretty cool.
We saw Dawn Kruger, who's an associate producer on Blood Loss, and she'll be in Killer Pizza. Hi, Dawn. Yeah. And then we have Brian O'Brien, who's Emmett's father, Emmett O'Brien. Who is the star of the movie. He'll be live with us in a week from tonight.
Oh, nice.
So we're gonna have him on next week. So that'll be pretty cool because we haven't had him on yet. So there are some actors like that have like cool roles in the film that we just haven't had on. So we're bringing them all out this time.
Nice.
Emmett was awesome. So I guess we should break it down a little bit. So Friday the 13th Blood Loss is a fan film. It's an unofficial fan film, which means we don't own the IP to the characters. We don't own Camp Crystal Lake. We don't own Friday the 13th. We don't own Jason Voorhees. So we're unable to monetize the movie, but that doesn't mean that we didn't put love and care into it. The whole thing was made because we care about the franchise. We wanted to do something fun for the fans and for the people involved. And we put a lot of effort into the movie to make it as good as it possibly can be. And we had a lot of talented people behind the scenes working on it. The actors like Krystian and Emmett were amazing, as well as the other actors involved. So we were really proud of what we came up with. And so Anyway, so I guess we should mention that the movie is about Christian's character, John Hawthorne. He's a detective, and he's assigned to work on a missing persons case, and he's looking for a young kid named Dominic, who is portrayed by Emmett O'Brien. So you got to work in these scenes with a couple different actors that were younger. Was this the first time that you worked with kids around their like Emmett's age? I think Emmett's 11. Is that Emmett 11?
11.
11. Was it your first time working with an 11-year-old?
That I was actually just where I've been in scenes with one, but I didn't actually personally work. Yeah, and it was a great experience. Emmett was great. He's never done this, but he was such a professional. Same with Camille. She was the other. I don't know how much I could say, but
yeah. Well, she was. She's 14. So Emmett's 11. Camille is 14. So I guess that age difference around that age is probably a big difference. But it's still, underage kids that you were working with, and my perspective is that you were amazing. But I was wondering like what your how you would compare working with them to working with adults, and what that whole experience was like for you. Was it what you expected it to be?
No, I thought it was going to be a lot harder, but it wasn't. It was like working with adults. It was great. They just knew how to do it. It was there was one funny part when you remember you and me and Emmett were in the car where he was so in the scene where I'm supposed to be looking at him, but I'm driving and it's still curved. And then Emmett, I was like, Emmett, can you just let me know if I'm about to hit a tree? And he's like, well, you guys told me to just keep steering right there, so I'm going to
yeah. I told MANDEE about that like 3 times. So yeah, exactly what Krystian just said. So Christian's driving in the truck and he's supposed to look over at Emmett, and Emmett's supposed to be looking up, like upwards in the truck. And Krystian kind of, has to pay attention to the road at the same time. And he's asking, Emmett, like, are you watching the road? And Emmett's like, no, I just, he's like, I have to stare up there. That's without giving the whole.
Yeah.
Without giving the scene away, that's like what happened. It was pretty funny.
And
you know what else is funny?
Yeah,
go ahead. We got that little delay, so if I talk over you, I don't mean to.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I made a joke too. We were talking about the characters, right? And I go, wouldn't it be funny if your character said like, what's in the water? Paraphrasing, but it was like, what's in the water? And then Emmett's like, oh, we got salmon, we got turtles.
Yeah. You thought we were. Yeah.
Yeah. It's super funny. So Emmett, my perspective, like you said, those who are easy to work with could just be them too. We had to film with 20 of those kids on the other day. And it was pretty easy, most of them had already acted in things before, so they were kind of used to it. We had a couple that were new, and you could tell the difference, but overall they did a great job. But Emmett, I thought, knocked it out of the park. Emmett was not supposed to be in the movie. We had a bunch of different things happen behind the scenes early on in production, and we had to make a bunch of quick changes. And to make sense of the movie, we needed Emmett, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And somehow he was able to memorize all the lines, and he knew exactly what was going on, and it was cool how that worked out. And then he agreed to come back this past shoot and do some more scenes with us, and thankfully it worked out. It was pretty cool. So actually the first night that we filmed, you filmed a big scene with Emmett, and that went pretty well, like right off the bat, right?
Yeah. Set the tone.
That was like the house. Yeah. For working with him. So that was pretty cool. And then so good job, Emmett. I'm plugging him because he's going to be on here next week. We got to get him. We got to hype him up a little bit here. So Emmett was awesome. Super funny behind the scenes. Love filming with him. Hopefully he'll come back for a sequel someday or something. All right. So, and then you got to film with Camille.
Emmett's first acting experience.
Yeah. Emmett had never acted before. He was just we needed him, and he was there, and it just worked out. And
natural talent, and
yeah,
we lucked out.
Yeah, we got lucky a bunch of times on this one. I think one was with Krystian. That was the big one. But no, we got some other cool ones too.
Me or Emmett?
He's like, damn, dude, ask me some questions. I think everyone knows. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Krystian is amazing. It's, I thought, I kind of feel like that's a given. I think a lot of the people watching were on set with us too, and they already know like how Krystian was. He was good with all the actors. I couldn't have done it without him. It would have sucked if I had to do it with somebody else. If we had a different Jason actor the whole time, I would have hated it. If I had a different John Hawthorne there for 20 hours a day, I would have hated it. So being able to film with Krystian, made it fun for me. We joke around, we get along, we come up with cool ideas. He has a lot of good ideas to bring to the table, and it was just, it would have sucked if it was anyone else, man. Thank you so much. All right. So I don't want you to think this is the Emmett show tonight.
Well, question for Krystian. With playing the two roles, because we gave you John Hawthorne, and which that character is the complete opposite of what Jason Voorhees is supposed to be. Did you find any of it challenging at times, or did you find it easy to slide right into the role when you put the costumes on?
I think you and Anthony made it so easy to slide, and the scheduling was perfect. So there was never really going back and forth between the roles. I think maybe once it was, but it was usually just like, hey, most of the stage is going to be John. Nighttime will be, Jason, or vice versa. So
I tried to do that for you.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, and it was, we talked for maybe like 2 weeks, kind of developing John's character before we even went filming. So yeah, I had like many times I just called you randomly. I was like, "Well, what about this? What if I made this?" I was constantly thinking about it, and you always answer the phone. You're like, "Yeah," or you were like, "No," So.
Or that time when you send a message, I just bought a harness.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we need more time in the schedule for that one scene. Yeah, no. I don't think I ever said no to any of the ideas, or if I did, I was always like, what if we did something kind of similar, to keep the same basic idea?
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, you had a ton of good ideas for the character. So the character would not have been the way it turned out if it was somebody else portraying the character. It was meant to be a smaller role with a totally different actor, totally different guy, and it would have turned out completely different. And I'm so glad that it worked out the way it did, and you ended up in the role and kind of taking that character and the direction that you took it in, because he's a lot of fun. He's a fucking mess, just a complete mess. The character, but there are these funny moments to me, and especially being on scene and seeing you in these certain scenes that we filmed, where I'm dying. I can't film because I'm laughing so hard, and I hope it comes across that way, in the movie, and I hope that people see what we did. I hope they're able to watch the movie and kind of tell what we went through behind the scenes, because it was just so much fun filming with you and Beatrice. We already talk about all this stuff, off the air. So it's kind of, you're like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. For the people watching that weren't there, don't know, have no idea, there are like some really like funny moments, especially filming. It was just a lot of fun to watch Krystian use some of these scenes. And the only time he ever made it tough for me was when he's being too funny, because then I can't hit the record button or point the camera or whatever. And
it's at 3 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's 3 a.m. and we've been up for all day, and it's yeah. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So let me just jump into the comments quick. Dawn was leaving us love here. Hi, Dawn. Cameron says hello. Hi, Cameron.
Hi, Cameron.
Cameron's been dragged and dropped and all kinds of things in the movie. And then Clifton Taylor says,
Cliff.
hello, my friends. Cliff, where are you, man? No, Clifton will be on with us Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Clifton is Gregory in the film. He puts all the people to work. All right, Cliff. If you filmed on set, the odds are you probably met Clifton before you met me, because he's at the front meeting up with people and smiling and taking pictures and making them feel welcome and all that stuff. Again, it wouldn't have been the same without Clifton. Thank you so much to Cliff. He'll be with us Wednesday night to talk about all that cool stuff. Krystian had scenes with Clifton, so you're friends with Cliff in real life. Did that? What was it like filming those scenes with him? Was that
so easy?
Easy, yeah, easy.
Yeah, it was like two friends, especially because there was one scene where it's just us talking, and if you don't know somebody, you're gonna have to. That's why, like, even in auditions, they'll do like chemistry reads, see how you are with this person that you've never met before, see if you guys could actually flow. The rhythms there in a conversation doesn't seem too stale, doesn't seem too fake. So when you have somebody that I talk to Cliff all the time, and when we just have our dialogue, we just started to riff too. We started to go off, and it just seemed natural. So it was fun.
Yeah, Cliff is a great guy. Super glad that he got involved with the film. Again, I don't think that the experience for a lot of the actors would have been the same if he wasn't there for those days, because we were up 20, 22 hours a day and grinding hard, and Cliff would be there first thing in the morning, happy, in a good mood, greeting people and making them feel like they belong there, and it just made all the difference, I think. So thank you to Cliff for everything he does. Plus, he helps out in other ways behind the scenes and things too, on top of doing his role. Plus he has like a pretty decent sized role in the film, so he's balancing a lot. And so thank you, Cliff. Clifton. Do you want to say anything, or no?
Well, when he played Jason Voorhees, did you actually enjoy playing that role? Was it something that you ever imagined that you would actually step into?
I never thought I would, and it was, it's an honor to be able to, like, be Jason. And it was fun. I had my own little way of doing Jason, and you and me went over it. We all went over it together, and I think it just worked out. And with Beatrice, the scenes that we did it was there. You could just tell it was a lot of fun.
What I like is how much energy you brought to Jason. It's just like the more youthfulness and the energy behind it and everything. I think people are going to really like seeing that.
Yeah. Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
Jason was awesome. He makes a great Jason. So it's powerful, swift, quick. All the things you want from Jason are there. Plus, I think he adds a little bit more to it. He's the same Jason that you know and love, but he gets to people a lot quicker than you would expect him to. And
especially because he has nunchucks and samurai swords.
Yeah, he tases people. No, he
Jesus, there we go.
So he brought a lot of like cool. He brought a cool dynamic to the character that I don't think was really there the exact same way in any of the other films. And I might be biased, but it's my favorite Jason, and I hope everybody else takes to it as well as I think they will. And then of course Beatrice has to be the best Pamela that we've seen since the original. I think truthfully I think that, like, I don't think there's, and the same with Jason. I love that Jason, but we haven't really had a Pamela like dedicated in any of the films the same way and then portrayed the same way. And Beatrice did a great job, and Pamela and Jason together I thought were really good. And some of those shots that we got with you and Beatrice were pretty cool. So Jason's kind of we've covered that. Matthew says it best here. He says, "Such an iconic horror figure, and you did a great job with it."
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's all you had to say.
That's what I was trying to say, Matthew. Where were you?
He was overcomplicating.
Yeah, no, what I'm trying to say is Krystian's amazing in this. All right, you guys got to see it. September 1st, the Finishing Funds campaign goes live on Indiegogo. Guys, we're going to have a brand new trailer, brand new posters, brand new promo photos, all new perks for you to get your greedy little hands on. And then guess what we're going to do? We're going to have a world premiere for the cast and their families. How cool is that?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I agree.
Cool.
So that was Jason. Then John Hawthorne again brings an awesome dynamic to that character too. I love seeing it. Love being there. Love filming the scenes. It was a lot of fun. Are you sad that John's kind of gone now?
I was going to ask that because you've been filming with us since October, and it was like the third week of like portraying it and having this character in your mind since then. So it's like now it's over.
We've definitely built on from last time for his character. He's definitely more of a mess. He's it was great because we didn't get a lot of sleep for filming too, and he's kind of all over the place too. He doesn't get a lot of sleep, so it was easy to get into that mindset too when I'm portraying him, because I was tired, so I acted tired. It just worked out.
So we're not able to show some of the comments because Facebook is perfect. You know what I'm saying? But Dawn says she can't wait to see the movie. She wishes that she was closer so that she could see the premiere. Thank you so much. I'm sure it'll be out sooner than later, and everybody will be able to enjoy it. If you haven't gotten a Blu-ray or a digital download from Indiegogo, September 1st, make sure you sign up and get one of those cool perks. And then Clifton says, he says, brutality at its finest. I agree. That Jason Voorhees guy is pretty cool. So just wanted to mention that we can't show those for some reason. It's just a Facebook StreamYard thing. But thank you guys so much for commenting anyways. I'm trying to go back and forth and check those out. So is there anything that we haven't covered that we should have covered? Krystian, you were on Law and Order.
Yep.
What was that like?
He was Jason Voorhees on that too.
Were you Jason on that one too?
No, not on that one. I was a ESU officer on that one, so one of the SWAT officers. It was a surreal moment. It was a huge set. We filmed outside of the Bronx the first day, so they had all the pictures of Ice-T and Mariska Hargitay, and it was just cool being in that environment. It was and then the next day we went to they have a studio where they film all the Law and Orders on a pier, and inside they made the whole hallway, and that's where they have all their court scenes and all that. So it was really cool. I'll never forget it.
So what's in the future for Krystian? Do you have anything lined up that you can mention?
Yes, I have a table read in 2 days for a new feature film here in Massachusetts. It's the director is Tanya Margrass, and she's a 3-time regional Emmy award-winning director for her documentaries, and it's her first time doing an action feature film, and we're filming it at the end of this month. So it should take like 3 weeks to film. It's called Do You Remember Me?
Very cool. Looking forward to seeing that. Law and Order episode was SVU. And then do you know the season offhand? People
Season
can check it out.
Season 25, episode 13. It was the season finale. So, and they
Christian
just started.
Besser's in there.
Yeah. They just started filming. They just wrapped up their first episode of season 26. So hopefully I'll get pinned and they'll ask me to come back.
Oh, you should. I mean, I think it should happen.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I think so. Krystian was awesome in SVU. If you guys haven't seen the episode, check it out. I'm asking him questions as if I haven't already seen it, but I have, of course. And it's he was pretty cool in it. He has lines in the show. He's not just in the background or something. He's part of this team that goes in and has to rescue a person, without spoiling the whole thing. It's kind of hard to spoil, it's kind of Law and Order, they're out looking for the bad guy in each episode. Yeah. So Krystian's in that mix helping to find the bad guy. And it's pretty cool seeing him on the show. And I look forward to seeing him on the next season 26. So that'll be good. And then Killer Pizza. You're in Killer Pizza, yep. Krystian.
Killer Pizza.
Oh my God.
Dirty cop.
You have a different type of character for Krystian and Killer Pizza. You're going to actually be a bad cop for the mafia alongside Albert.
Nice. That's going to be fun.
A cop? Are you excited?
Another cop. Sorry. I had already cast it out. And I'm like, he needs a partner. But
no, that's going to be fun.
That's not the only project. Are you going to jump on board for the new the horror series that we're going to be doing, the Thrill Kill series? It
froze up a little bit.
I think, sorry, you guys. You guys completely froze. Up for
you completely froze too.
She's asking if you're going to join the cast of Thrill Kill Volume 1, Boredom and Bloodshed.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we just talked last night. I was like, "Hey, I'm in.
Is this the first cast announcement?
It'll be the first cast.
Oh my God, Krystian Besser! You heard it here first. He's gonna be in Thrill Kill Volume 1, Boredom and Bloodshed, which goes live on Indiegogo August 9th. Guys, we're gonna have so many cool opportunities to jump on board. Will you stop? Will you just support me? Just love me for the way I am, okay?
Let me be
I'm just joking.
What? I don't know what the hell he's saying right now. But anyway, Krystian, I'll be in touch to go over more information on what I'm actually going to be doing with the script and everything for that. So I'll let you know what your character is.
Awesome.
It's a cop.
All right. Is it a cop? Am I a cop?
Is he a cop? He's asking.
No, I'm not going to have him be a cop.
You're not a cop.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. I don't know what to do now.
Now he's interested.
Yeah. Oh man, I kind of like this. No, it should be a fun series. So we talked amongst ourselves and came up with some fun ideas for it. And I think people are going to be pretty excited to see how it develops over the series. So this will be volume 1. It's like the first short film in the series. It's going to be like 20 minutes long.
Nice.
So
it's a holiday series.
It's a short film. So this is Halloween themed. What else am I allowed to say about it?
It's Thanksgiving themed.
The next one's Thanksgiving themed.
Christmas.
Wow. And then we got Christmas.
New Year's and a Valentine's one after that.
New Year's, Valentine's Day.
Easter.
Oh,
wait a minute. We got to do St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
So it's a holiday-themed horror series.
How cool
How
is
cool.
that? Guys, August 9th on Indiegogo. You can't go wrong. If you miss out on this, you could will you stop? Will you just love me? So
I'm
if
trying to watch. I'm watching you
All
and
right.
listening to you.
So
but
if you
just stop. Okay,
so-
let me gouge my eyes out. Sorry.
if you guys miss out on this, you could be missing out on something cool, because this is where we're going to start developing these original characters that would have the potential to either pop up in films later on, or to build films off of these characters. So if you're watching out there, you're looking for an opportunity to get involved with a fun project, this could be it. Come hang out with us, network with cool people like Krystian, who you know are not only good actors, but just decent people in general that, you know, are easy to get along with and personable and fun and all that cool stuff. You know, either get your foot in the door, add to your resume, and have a good time in the process, right?
Everything's just echoing. If
Oh,
I
she's
don't
having a
watch
hard
you.
time. She's having a hard time hearing.
You yell at me if I watch you.
I was just joking. You can watch me. You can... I don't know what to say. All right, stop watching me. All right.
See?
So yeah, Boredom and Bloodshed live on Indiegogo August 9th. Looking forward to that. We got Friday the 13th Blood Loss Finishing Funds campaign goes live September 1st. But if you guys are looking to get involved, if you can't wait, and I don't blame you, because how exciting is this? Killer Pizza is in demand on Indiegogo right now. Christian Bester is going to be in the movie. Tom Glynn, Kringle from Creepshow, is going to be in the movie. Dr. Satan, Walter Phelan, who's worked on The Mandalorian, Thor, The Avengers, Charmed, X-Files, Watchmen, Race to Witch Mountain, from Dusk Till Dawn, Leprechaun 2, Wishmaster, and on and on and on. Dr. Satan's going to be in the movie. Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream, the real Scream, not that other stuff, the real one. The girl in the bathroom. She's going to be in the movie with us. Al Burke, who wrestled in the WWF against Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, the Road Warriors, Jake the Snake Roberts, and more. He was in a bunch of Eminem's music videos, LMFAO, Lindsay Lohan, and more. He's on Cardi B's newest album cover right now. Cardi B is naked on her cover. Al Burke's leading her. He was in Star Trek. He was in The Wedding Singer with Billy Idol, Adam Sandler, and Drew Barrymore. He's going to be in the movie. And Colin Field's going to be in the movie. And Tam Taylor and Mark Brubaker. Speaking of which, Mark Brubaker was just on set with us filming Blood Loss. Krystian had some scenes with Mark, and that went over pretty well, in my opinion. What was it like working with Mark Brubaker from HBO's Gilded Age?
Mark's awesome.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I was making sure I said that right.
No, Mark
is awesome, right?
Best. Yeah, it was together. We had to do a little location change because it was started to pour, and then we moved it inside, and it just worked so much better like that. And it was good, like feeding off of each other. It was, especially his last scene that we did. He blew me away by his performance in that scene. It was awesome. You'll see it in the movie.
Taylor says, yeah, Mark was amazing to work with. That scene with Krystian and Mark, when you guys see it, I think you're going to be pretty impressed with what you see. Just trying to check on the comments here. StreamYard and Facebook have been having issues for like months. It's not us. It is Facebook. Clifton says Mark was fantastic. Definitely. Can't agree more. Just awesome to be around, joked around. You know, you never know what you're going to get from people. And Mark showed up. He's really fun to film with. And we could just crack jokes and get these scenes out of the way. And he was just fun. Morgan Suzek says he's growing his hair out. Morgan has almost no hair. He says he's growing his hair out for the first time in almost 20 years for Killer Pizza. And we just see it. And then we got Tam. Okay, it's hard to see these comments, and Facebook's just the worst. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're trying to cover all the comments. Whatever it'll let me show is what I'm pulling up. Yeah, Mark was awesome. And you had a couple different scenes with him. As you mentioned, the one scene, it starts pouring.
Yeah. That was our first scene together. I think we had 3 or 4 scenes together, but yeah. So it was a little bit frustrating when we were trying to do the scene, and then you could tell we were all not feeling it because it was raining. Everything was off with just even the framing. You're like, you kept on moving the camera over. You couldn't find the right placement. It was just, and then we're like, let's go inside, and then it was easy from then.
Yeah, and that stuff happens, right? Like people, if it's your first time or if you haven't been on too many sets, every set's different, right? And that stuff happens. We're filming outside. It's at a real campground. It's not in a studio with a fake campground. It's a campground that we're filming at. And it starts as I'm sure most of the people watching know, but just reiterate, it rains. We can't control it. We're on a tight schedule. So we plan on filming the scene. It's going to be outside. These 2 characters are talking or whatever. It starts pouring on us. So we have to pivot and do whatever we need to do to get the scene shot so that we have a movie. So, okay, it's raining. Now what do we do? Well, we're going to go indoors. Let's set it up. It'll take 5 minutes, and then we'll do the scene inside instead of outside. But just things like that come up, and you have to figure out what to do on the spot. And sometimes it's just a problem-solving thing. There was another one with you and Damaris, who is Carol.
Yep.
You guys find a body, or you get called to go investigate this thing, and it was supposed to be like out in the woods. Well, it's pouring, and we can't do it out in the woods because we don't want to ruin the makeup, and then we have to worry about covering the cameras. Then you guys are getting rained on. So we ended up doing it underneath a pavilion that they had, and it turned out fine, and the footage looks pretty good actually. So just things like that happen when you're on set. You just have to figure things out and make changes on the spot, and that's just kind of part of it. So Krystian's good with that stuff, going with the flow, and that for me, that's part of what makes it so easy to work with. Krystian and Cliff and these other people is that we can work together to come up with solutions to these problems that aren't really that big of a deal that I think other people would sometimes get caught up over. Oh no, it's raining. We gotta, it's over. It's all over. We'll figure it out. Let's go inside, shoot the scene. It's all good. Stuff happens. We get behind on schedule. It's all good. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. We'll get through it. Long days for Krystian and I when we're going all week. But for the most part, the other cast members, a lot of them were just there for a day. So if it's just the one day, things come up, things happen. For the most part, I think they were all really, the cast that we had this time was pretty amazing. Like they were just not only good in the roles, but good with a lot of that stuff. Just they understood things change a little bit, and we have to figure stuff out on the fly. There's some other stuff I almost just gave away. I'm trying to get through it all without giving everything away, but
just a quick shout out to Nicole Vegas. She's watching right now, and she shared our podcast up in her stories. You can say where Nicole's from.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Shout out to Nicole Butler Vegas. I saw she tagged some people on post too, but it won't let me share it on StreamYard. It won't let me share your comments. I don't know why. It's honestly, it's not us and it's not StreamYard. It's Facebook. Facebook is problematic, and I don't know why they won't just cooperate a little bit more. But thank you so much to Nicole Vegas. Now
she's just saying congratulations on our film.
Oh, she said Okay, she just said congratulations on the film. We appreciate that very much. Nicole's a producer and actress. She just worked on Skate to Hell. She worked on Desert Fiends. We're sitting at my mom's house on Christmas, and the TV's on, and it's Penn and Teller, and it's like Fool Us, You Can't Fool Us. No, it's show. Yeah, it's called Fool Us or You Can't Fool Us or something, right?
Oh, it's like
they try to figure out how the trick is done. Yeah. And I look up and Nicole's on the TV. And I'm like, what the fuck? So
He
Nicole,
looked at me. He's like, "Is that Nicole?" I was like,
yeah.
"Yeah, that's Nicole."
So she's from Buffalo, which is super close to us. It's like an hour away from us. So shout out to Nicole. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Nicole.
You do.
All right. Thanks, Nicole. So we're here with Krystian Bester, superstar in the making. A year from now, guys, he's not even going to want to come on the show, especially after this night. He's like, come on, guys. You know I got better things to do. No, I have high hopes for Krystian. He's a great actor. He's great. He's, super easy to get along with. I enjoy working with him. I want him to be attached to all the stuff I do. If I can get if I can convince his agent, I'll do it every single time. Yeah, we just wanted to say thank you so much for everything that you did, staying up all those hours, making the trip again, keeping people happy, making all those kids happy. Because I mean, that's honestly, some of those kids might not ever do anything ever again with movies, and so their one memory, is going to be taking pictures with Krystian in his Jason costume. It's pretty cool. Some of those kids were waiting like a year to film that too. I don't know if they thought we would ever do it, but we did. Let's see what Clifton, my good friend Clifton, is saying. Your guys' dedication to filming 20 plus hours a day for 5 days was amazing. Bravo. So we had to. We didn't have an option, right? Like, we have all these different people counting on us, and we can't let them down. So for me, I'm not gonna sleep till it's done, right? So yeah, 20 plus hours. It was. I mean, there might have been a day where it was only 20, but a lot of it was more than 20.
I think it was just the first day. I think that Sunday, and then we filmed at night, and then I got yelled at by you because I was 20 minutes late. I didn't know the traffic. Me and Cliff roomed together in a cabin, which I ended up only staying one night because it was about 25 minutes away. But
you did yell at him that first day.
Cliff got his own cabin for the week. Cliff was just hanging out in the cabin. He had his feet up. He's like, "You guys are doing great." No, Cliff did a lot with us too, and it really wasn't that you were 20 minutes late because whatever, we're up all night. For me, it was like panic, like this is our last chance to get it, and I'm like, oh no. Fuck, like
we were done at like 2, and I was on time, except then the traffic hit. I didn't even understand how there's going to be this traffic over there, and I was like, shit. You go over there, you yell at me, and I'm like, all right, my bad.
It wasn't even that bad.
It was very unprofessional, man.
Or is that the second?
But then I never went back to the cabin because you
never even went back.
I think I went back one. No, it was either one more time or none, because that next day we worked for 24 hours straight, and then we slept for about an hour and a half, 2 hours before the next scene.
Yeah. And I mean, Krystian and I all night. Mandy stayed up, as long as she could.
I tried
especially that Tuesday. You had so much makeup that Tuesday. You were up till like 3 a.m. just putting on. Remember, was it that Tuesday?
The one day that I decided that I needed to lay down. It's because
or Monday.
I was making something, and as I was making it, I was falling asleep.
But
when I woke up, my hands were still making it. And I look over at Nick Andrews, and I'm like, I have to go lay down. That guy scared me. I'm like, how am I still working, sleeping? So it kind of scared me. So I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down for a few minutes. I asked him to wake me up in a half hour, and he goes, I felt too bad. I couldn't wake you up. So that really did happen. It's like, so yeah, people, that happens.
Yeah, so we're up super late every night. Yeah, she had 3 heavy makeup things that Monday.
Yeah.
I was going on 2 hours of sleep when that happened.
Yeah, we had no sleep. We're up the whole time. trying to make sure we get through all the scenes. I didn't have a choice, right? Like we had all these people lined up from from everything from Krystian, who's got 2 lead roles pretty much in the movie. He's like the good guy and the bad guy.
But we were able to figure some stuff out, especially for time wise. We were able to pick up some shots on the last day, Friday, that were just me. So we just took those out from the schedule during the week, which alleviated a lot of
helped a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit. Well, people don't understand when we're doing a scene. You know, a scene doesn't take like 2 minutes. So always the scene's usually at least an hour, and most of the time it's longer. You know,
it's a long time.
Yeah.
And then even when we have the quick ones, which are never quick, it's like you're filming, a golf cart goes by, cut, got to start over, miss the audio, got to do it again. All right, start rolling, a plane goes by, cut, got to do it again. Now the sun moved. Okay, now we got to wait for the sun to come back. You know, it's just always something. Or, you know, we have to move, we're in the way of the camp, people are at the camp. It's an active campground. So we're in the way of people. So we have to make sure that we're not in the way. Or, it starts raining and we got to go in. So we got to take all the equipment, go inside, set up. So it's always like, even the short scenes can take a while, Yeah, it can be just it's like, oh, it's just a dialogue thing, it'll be easy. Then 2 hours later we're like, all right, well, we got that, let's go figure out the next one, I guess.
I think that scene with me and Beatrice at 3 a.m, where you that took at least 2 hours because we couldn't stop laughing. We just couldn't stop. You laughed for a good 5 to 10 minutes straight. We had to cut off the camera. You just couldn't control yourself. It was like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing, and really, I blame Krystian because he was just no, I can't. But I mean, you were so funny. I was just dying, But that was the last night, and it was like we were having the most fun. So we had all week we're beat. And, I think what the other thing that helped is we got so many good shots throughout the week that by the time we got to that Thursday, even though, for Beatrice, it was probably late, but for you and I, it was like, 3 a.m., whatever, we'll probably be up till 7 anyway, but by then it was like, we did get a lot of really good shots and everything had gone so well throughout the week that we were like, oh, this is, now we can just, we're taking way longer than we should have been, but it's, we were having fun and it felt okay for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. Even the poor Cliff, he had to drive Beatrice back.
Yeah. Sorry, Cliff. Thank you, Cliff. Cliff
Which worked out because we did. No.
Oh no, I was gonna say Cliff says you went back to the cabin one more time and you broke the soap dispenser.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah, the cabin, they have automatic lights in that bathroom, and so this must have been at 3 a.m. or something, or no, I think it was early. I think it was 5 a.m. and I was there for a couple hours to sleep. But I went to take a shower and the lights turned off, and they had one of those shampoo things that you press, and lights turned off right when I was pressing it. Suddenly the whole thing shatters, and I'm swearing, and then Cliff's right next door. And I was like, "Did you hear me this morning?" He's like, "Yeah." You were like, "Fuck, what the fuck?" Because it was just everywhere, and I can't speak. I don't know why the light doesn't work. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" I just want to go to bed. But yeah,
sounds like you were still in Jason mode.
Yeah, I was
breaking this motherfucker. Yeah. Well, I appreciate everything. I thought you did awesome, man. I can't wait for people to see the stuff that you actually filmed, because that's the most important part, right? The final product, which is all the Krystian stuff, is really good. Again, he has 2 roles in this. He's Jason. And that's kind of a tricky thing because you have such a huge following, and people are very particular with their Jasons. You know, they want it to be a certain way, and I think they're going to be really pleased with Krystian. And Friday the 13th Blood Loss, which the Finishing Funds campaign goes live on Indiegogo September 1st. But also, your scenes is John Hawthorne, from his kind of like his low points to the funny parts and all that stuff, is awesome. So I can't wait for people to see it. Is there anything that we should have mentioned that we didn't get a chance to mention?
Well, just basically everyone else that was, that filmed it. We all just worked so well together. Everyone brought the best out of each other. So in an acting standpoint, it's hard to act if somebody else isn't there with you, kind of feeding off of each other. And it was just so easy with Earl, Cliff, Matthew, everybody. I feel like I can list everyone's name because I feel bad if I don't, but it's everyone that I was in scenes with. There was not one person on set that was hard to work with, or that we were like kind of, we had to do more takes because they couldn't get it.
Let's run through a few of them before we let you go, because we won't have you back on for a little bit. So the first one is we started talking about her earlier, and then we kind of went to something else. But Camille, all the scenes you had with Camille were really well done.
Yeah,
so she slaps you in the movie. What? And she really, I mean, when you guys see Krystian get slapped in this movie, which, spoiler alert, happens more than one time, he's really getting slapped for real, really hard. These people are actually really slapping him, and we had to do multiple takes for all of them.
And both the people never said they never hit anybody or slapped anybody before, so they got to test it out on me. But it was great. We were trying to make it seem so real, and then we were doing the fake one, and it's like we're looking back, and it's like, I'm like, no, you got to hit me. You actually have to hit me. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, so the people that were slapping him would pull the slap, like they didn't want to slap him, so they would kind of give him like a fake slap, and like he says, we would look at it, we were like, no, we can't do that. Like, you have to slap him like that, or else it's gonna look like, it's gonna not look good. So
like the time you told him to break the door,
like the time I told Krystian to kick the door in, and now we're not even using the scene. It's not even a big deal. But no.
Or I had to fix the door. You just left. You were like, I'm gonna go get something, and I'm like, oh god, all right.
I'm pretty sure verbatim what I said to you is, don't worry about it, we'll fix it later. And then I left and you fixed it. Thank you for that too. So Camille actually slaps Krystian in this movie. Camille's 14, but this slap is a real slap, and she's not the only one to slap him in this movie. But what was is that the first time that you got slapped, like in a film?
Yeah.
Showed them how you got slapped.
And it was, you did such a great job, because the scene also too was like a really, I don't want to give too much away. It was like an emotional scene, and the slap wasn't just like, somebody just going and slapping me. It was part of the whole, it was important for the scene. And she was very timid by it, and you did a great job just bringing it out. And by the end, me and her are yelling at each other, and it feels real, and she has tears in her eyes, and I have tears in my eyes, and then she goes and hits me, and I stumbled because she actually got me like good right in the jaw. And I was like, whoa.
So that was the first time you got slapped. Then you got slapped a second time by,
Why did you do this to him?
It was his idea, I think. Wasn't it your idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
You wrote
his.
it in the script for him.
No, I didn't write it.
those
I
parts
didn't.
in.
No.
I didn't write. He gets slapped. That was that was all him. but when we film that, we have to do it more than once. So Camille keeps slapping you, right? And then we get to the other person that
Yeah.
has to slap you, and then we have to do multiple takes with them too. And the last one was pretty
Yeah.
loud. It was pretty. It was like another real
Yeah.
slap where they're actually slapping
It
him
was
in
like
the
a
movie. So
punch. Yeah. She got me right in the eye.
So when you guys see the movie and you see these slaps and you're wondering how we make they're gonna look at him like, wow, it looks so fake. No, they're they're real slaps. Like he's really getting slapped hard. So anyway, so that was cool. Camille was awesome. He also filmed a bunch of scenes with Damaris.
Yep.
And I thought the chemistry between you and Damaris was good. Like seeing John and that version of Carol together was pretty cool.
He's
felt
like the only person that he liked. You know, it was and it was easy to. We just met that day, and it was the chemistry was there between us. Right.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And then you had scenes with Katie and Nick. So they were you had the scene in the field with those two. You had a scene with Katie at the office, and then you had a scene with Nick in the woods. They
were great. Yeah. Katie is, I don't want to spoil it at all, but she was just so good at that character that she was just We're talking about this.
Yeah, so the scene, the movie is not, I've said it a million times, the movie is not your average, like, Jason's in the woods, summertime, people in bikinis, chasing them in the woods, killing them. It's, there's a lot more going on in this movie than just that. There are a lot of different characters that I think are memorable, fun characters.
It's a different dynamic. It's more complex, more dramatic.
Yeah, there are a lot of different storyline angles going on and different things that feel like it's building up to something, I hope. And so that was a lot of fun for us to work on, or else it would have just been so boring doing the same old, like, Jason standing around killing teenagers, and it would have just been like the same old stuff. So I think what we came up with was a lot of fun to film. I think that people are going to enjoy it a lot. I'm super excited for you guys to see it once it's finished. We would like to have a premiere, so help us raise the funds that we need for that. Starting on September 1st, when the Finishing Funds campaign goes live on Indiegogo, we'll have a bunch of brand new perks for you guys, from autographed machetes to replica machetes. You can get the exact same machete that Jason has in the film. You can get autographed posters. We have 2 brand new posters that are going to be released. We have Blu-rays. What else? Autographed masks, autographed clapperboards. There's all kinds of stuff. Stuff I can't remember off the top of my head. Tune in September 1st at midnight Eastern on Indiegogo. This is one of the costume machetes. It's one of the more affordable ones. This is an official Friday the 13th costume machete. It's just autographed by a bunch of the Blood Laws cast members.
Should probably have Krystian autograph those though.
He autographed those ones. Yeah, he didn't. This is the replica. No, you did the other ones, not this one.
Oh no, not that one.
Yeah. These are the.
Okay.
Like this one's still wrapped up.
So these are the replica ones. So you can have the same machete that Krystian has in the film. So those will be on there. What else? Axes, screen used axes. We got a little blood on them, but they'll be on Indiegogo for you. This one is sold, but here's the smaller one that we used on set. Somebody paid for this like a year and a half ago. And we put it in the film like 3 times, and none of the scenes were working. So we had to keep putting it in the scene to make sure that it was in the scene for him. So there it is. The person that got this got a sweet deal on it like a year and a half ago, and it's finally been used in the film, officially ready to send out. There it is, and it looks better than it did when he paid for it too, because she went through and like overhauled
Yeah,
it.
I redid the whole thing. I like it better because I made it look like aged metal.
Yeah, it looks a lot better than it did. So check that out. Is there anything that we should have mentioned that we didn't get a chance to mention?
No, let me just make sure we mentioned everybody. Did we mention everybody?
Oh, probably not. Earl Fetcher, he was awesome.
Earl was awesome, and I'm so happy that our scenes.
Vin.
Vin.
Vinny. Vin is one of the nicest guys I've met, and he's so energetic, and he brought so much fun, to the set.
He's fun to be around.
Yeah.
The scene that you did with Vin turned out awesome, and the scene with Vin in the car was good and all that stuff. A lot of fun having Vin on set with us.
There's a bunch of people you can't.
Yeah, we have a huge cast. Christy
Davis.
Powers, Michael Davis.
Oh, Michael! How could I? It was great to have him back. It was so fun. I didn't even get to say goodbye. I think I was napping in the truck real quick, and then he just disappeared. Yeah.
We were we filmed the scene, and he literally just took it. He was like, "All right, thanks so much. It was awesome." And he took off. But yeah, Michael Davis was awesome. Christy Powers was with the kids all day. Yep. Sunday, she was awesome. Eric.
We have Eric Ziegmont.
Eric Ziegmont. I don't know how to say his last name. Eric Ziegmont, who was he's with Gregory setting up tables and all that stuff.
Same with Juan.
He was cool.
Silvestri.
With Juan. Yep, Juan Carlos Montoya.
Lisa Silvestri.
Lisa Silvestri. She was fun. Did an awesome job. Who else?
Cameron
was Vicky and Jake Termine.
Cameron, she was good. Termine. Yeah. Amber Nowicki, she was cool. She had scenes with Jake Termine, Krystian, Michael Davis. Those were a lot of fun to film.
Oh, yeah.
And Jack Dunnan.
I think so.
Jack Dunnan, who was working way too hard. We're like, Jack, you got to take it easy, man. Mr. Cheese Pizza himself, Jack Dunnan.
All those kids.
Oh, and all the kids, Michaela Lococo, Olivia and Glaze, Finn David, Sullivan David, Harper Humphreys, Holden Humphreys, Kendall Hurley, Kendall Rivera, Zachary Scott, who's in the comments section, Krystian, Gabriel, Lucia. There's so many. I'm so sorry if I didn't say your name. You were all awesome though. Trying to think. There was just so many. Max.
You said Michaela.
Max. There were a ton of you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Lila, Genevieve, Meadow Doherty, David White.
Oh, that's right, David.
Yeah, we had a huge cast.
Dave
Salza, yeah, he was awesome. Great job to Dave. Yeah, I guarantee that we're forgetting somebody, and it's probably the best one. And I'm so sorry that we. Matthew White says Charlotte. Yeah, Charlotte, of course, Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte, great.
Oh yeah.
She was good, man. She knew her stuff.
Yep.
Who else? We're forgetting more. There's more people. I'm so sorry if we forgot your name, but we'll mention you next time. Krystian, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. People like seeing you.
Oh, I hope so. Hopefully they'll see more of me. Yeah.
Not with that attitude. No, I'm joking.
No,
Thank you,
everybody gets excited to see Krystian when he comes on the show. We're making our rounds. We're going to have all the actors on with us. And we thought, what better way to start this off than with Krystian Bester, from Friday the 13th, Blood Loss, Law and Order. Matthew White. Did we mention Matthew White?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
He hasn't been in the comments
Matthew
all
White
night.
was awesome. Okay. Killer Pizza and more. Thank you so much for filming with us for all those weeks, 3 weeks, and sticking with it, not bailing at half point or who knows. Krystian was just going to be last thing, and then I'll let you go. This is the last time. I kept going to the kids every time I would film a scene with them. I'd be like, "This is the last one," and then I would film the take, and then I'd be like, "This is the real last one." I'm like, "All right, let's try this." And then every time I would do that, Christy would look at the kids. She'd be like, "This is the last one." And I would just keep going. So totally just lost my train of thought. Forgot what I was actually going to say. No idea.
Oh, that's what he's going to say.
No. Krystian was going to be a background extra in the movie. So that's what the original plan was. And then Krystian was going to be a background extra in Blood Loss.
And then I gave you John Hawthorne, even though he told me you weren't the right age.
Mm-hmm.
well, no, because he was supposed to be an older guy, but it ended up working out. And then
cast him.
Yeah, and then it ended up working out, and we gave him more scenes. And then we were like, "Oh, let's just write the movie around him." He could just be Jason too. I don't know.
I remember when I got the script.
He take over the parts as Jason, but at first you were conflicted with that, and then you told me, "I'm just going to tell Krystian he's going to be Jason." He didn't tell me he was going to ask you. He told me he was just going to tell you.
I don't remember that. I don't remember it that way.
You don't remember?
I would have to ask him.
No, you told me you were going to tell him.
I think we had a talk about it a while ago, and then you were kind of just like, "Hey, so I'm just gonna start really pushing that you're Jason," and it was like kind of like you asking, but not. And I was like, "All right, cool." And then I was like, "Is there still gonna be John?" And you're like. At that point, you're like, well, yeah, you're like, yeah, but and then I get the script and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, okay.
I know. Did you like what I said about that? I was like, it's Friday the 13th. Krystian Bester.
So were you worried that we weren't gonna have John in the movie, or that it would be stripped back and then it would just be all Jason stuff?
No. I was just wondering what we would have to reshoot, or I was just curious what the what you guys were planning for John, and what direction everything was going. And when I got the script,
I get it, because the last time when we filmed, we did have a scene between Jason and John, which that dynamic is gone.
Well, Krystian's in the whole movie. John Hawthorne's in the whole movie. Jason's in the whole movie. So you get a lot of those characters. There's and they're fun to watch too. So guys, thank you so much for watching us. Thank you to Krystian for hanging out. Do you want to plug the other ones again? We'll let him go, and then we'll plug the other ones.
But for everybody to stay tuned for
stay tuned for a couple minutes so we can rant about the other movies, right?
What?
I was going to
echoing too bad.
Okay, hang on. Krystian, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. It was a lot of fun. We're going to have you back on. I'm going to have to beg your agent to let you come back on again. So hopefully we'll be able to work something out, and we'll get you back on soon. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. You're the best. We love you. We can't wait to have you back with us again. Why did you leave, Krystian? No, don't do it. All right. We'll see you. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
I love you guys too. Thanks for having me on.
Bye. I told you would be there. You didn't believe me, guys.
No, I said you would be there. You didn't believe me.
Yeah, we're lagging a bit tonight. So Friday the 13th, Blood Loss is going to be live on Indiegogo September 1st at midnight. Tune in and help us get the premiere made by donating to the campaign. We'll have a bunch of cool perks available for you. But let's go over our other projects quick so they know what's going on, and then we'll let them go too.
Okay, so we'll start with let's go over Killer Pizza because that is our next feature-length film that we do already have a campaign going for it, and it is in demand, starring Tom Glenn, Walter Phelan, Colin Field, Al Burke, Nancy Ann Ritter, Tam Taylor. Then you're, of course, Christian Bester, Mark Brubaker. Anthony's actually going to be starring in it as well.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. But that one, you could still jump on right now and get an acting perk to join that dynamic cast and get your name cemented in history with them. This is definitely going to be a cult classic, and you don't want to miss out on being a part of this project. It's not going to be your typical horror comedy, so it's like I bring a little bit of a twist to everything. So I'm really hoping that people will be just as excited as I am to see this project through. So join today.
We got all kinds of acting
Oh,
opportunities.
Wait, we just came out with some new stuff.
Oh yeah, we now have all new perks. Go ahead.
Yeah, we came out with new stuff. I made up a new poster featuring our actress Tam Taylor. So check that out. It's our official cast poster with everybody's name on it. And it's not too late to join the cast and get your name on that freaking cool poster. Just saying. But we do have shirts, a tank top. We came out with a Tony's pizza hat right now, the same hat that Colin Field's going to be wearing in the film, which is pretty badass.
Yeah, I'm going to get the hat. So it's an exact replica of the hat that you'll see in the movie. So I thought it looked pretty cool. So I'm going to have one of those on soon in these live videos. And some other people have been getting secret perks bundled together and stuff with the hats too. So that's a popular one. The poster is a huge one because it's the first Killer Pizza poster that has all the actors' names on it. So I'm going to get one of those, and a bunch of other people have signed up for it. If you haven't yet, make sure you do, because this is the first one with all the actors together on the poster.
If you sign up to be on the cast right now, I'm still able to make those edits to the poster and add you to it.
Yeah, so if you join the cast today, she'll be able to add your name to that. So your name would be on the poster along with mine and Colin's and Walter's and Tom Glenn's and everybody else that's involved. Christian Bester, Al Burke, and all the other cool people. And then we have brand new shirt that matches the poster, a brand new hoodie that matches the poster. We have all kinds of cool acting opportunities so that you can join the cast. Everything from filming at home and sending us the footage, or joining us on set. You could star in the movie. You could co-star in the movie. You could be a background extra. You could be a supporting role. There are all different kinds of opportunities at all different price points, so everybody can afford to be a part of it. There are official IMDb producer credits. This is a good one to have on your resume. So if you're interested in getting started or adding to the credits that you have, consider grabbing one of those producer credits from the campaign. All the money that's donated goes towards producing the film, so it helps us get the movie made. And what else? There's all kinds of stuff. You can get your book in the movie, get your song in the movie, get your voice in the movie.
I would like to stress, though, the money that you do donate to these perks, the money that you're donating to be part of the cast and everything, that helps us get the movie made. I can't stress that enough. We need those donations. That's the life force of the project. So it's like, if you're on the fence about it, it's like it does help us and it helps you as well.
It's the life force.
It is the life force. Do it today.
Yeah, awesome. So Killer Pizza's in demand on Indiegogo right now. It's doing really well. I hope you guys consider being a part of it with us. Like she said, it's our next feature film. So that is a horror comedy starring some of horror's greatest icons. And guys, you can get your name cemented in history alongside theirs if you just join today, right?
Yeah, and if you need to know who those people are again, Tom Glenn. He played Kringle in the Shapeshifter Anonymous episode of Creep Show. He also starred alongside Jean-Claude Van Damme in Blackwater. Then we have Walter Phelan, who is Dr. Satan and who has
he worked on Goosebumps, Charmed, X-Files, House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, Watchmen, Race to Witch Mountain, From Dusk Till Dawn, Wishmaster, Leprechaun 2, The Mandalorian, The Avengers, Thor, and more. Way too much for me to remember.
He was an FX artist.
Little Nicky. Yeah, he's an award-winning FX artist. Nancy Ann Ritter from Scream, Al Burke. Al Burke from every music video ever, plus the WWF, plus The Wedding Singer and Star Trek and all these Killjoy. He's Punchy the Clown from Killjoy and all these other cool things. So the cast that we have is really amazing.
Yes.
And then do you want to tell them about the short film again, just so that they know?
What we have come up with is actually a killer project. Sorry, pun intended. So we have decided to do a holiday horror series. It's a slasher series, and it's going to be based around every holiday. You're going to have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. That's going to branch off to New Year's Eve. I see Krystian Bester.
Krystian Bester's watching?
Oh my God, Krystian Bester is watching. Okay.
OMG!
So with this is going to be titled Thrill Kill. It's going to be our holiday series, and the first episode in this installment is going to be Halloween one, and that one is going to be called Boredom and Bloodshed. And as of right now, we do have our pre-launch campaign, and in 2 weeks we're going to be. What date is it going to be?
So the pre-launch campaign is live on Indiegogo right now. Guys, go to that pre-launch campaign and give us your email address so that you can get exclusive offers and updates for the campaign. The full campaign goes live August 9th. We're going to have a bunch of cool opportunities for you guys to get involved so that you can come film with us, get your song in the movie, get some cool merchandise, get some producer credits, and more. We're going to have a special deal on day one. It's the first day only. So August 9th, you get an associate producer credit for only $99. After that, the price is going to go up. So if you guys have been following us for a while, it's something that we did with Killer Pizza, and it's something we're going to do with this one too. One day only. Get your associate producer credit for only $99. Don't miss it, because what's going to happen, and I'm telling you now, is that the price is going to go up the next day. Then a couple months after that, it's going to go up again, and you're going to see it, and you're going to go, man, I wish I just got it on day one. Well, guess what? You don't have to feel that way, because what you're going to do is you're going to get ready right now, and then on August 9th, you get yourself the credit, right? And then everybody's happy. It'll be live August 9th at midnight. If you want that producer credit, and I recommend that you get it, it's only going to be $99 on August 9th. August 10th, it's going to be more money. You're going to say, please, can I please get it? And I'm going to say, no.
Okay. All right.
All right.
But just so everybody knows again, Thrill Kill series is a holiday horror series. So it will be based around all your holidays. And who doesn't love a good holiday horror special?
August 9th. You can't beat that. It's a Friday. Come on. It's midnight. Friday, August 9th. The campaign goes live on Indiegogo, and it's going to go in demand. And you don't want to miss out on something like that. So make sure you're prepared to do what you must do to get involved, because we want you to be with us on set. All right, we're probably gonna let you go now.
It all sounds a little jumbled together and everything like that. But yeah, the first one is Boredom and Bloodshed. Super stoked about this. They are shorts. They're about 20 to 30 minutes long, and it's an easier thing to film and everything. Well, not easier, but it's just less days. But it's going to be really cool to be able to get this project up and running.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to be a short series. The series is called Thrill Kill. The first one is called Boredom and Bloodshed. It goes live on Indiegogo August 9th. The pre-launch campaign's live right now. You guys can go check it out. Give us your email. And the full campaign's live August 9th. This will be a good project to get involved with because we plan on filming a bunch of these and then taking these original characters and spreading them out and doing cool things with them over the years to come. So if you want to be on the boat, you got to get involved August 9th. Until then, make sure to check out Killer Pizza. That's live and in demand on Indiegogo right now. That's our next feature-length film. And then, of course, the Finishing Funds campaign for Friday the 13th Blood Lost goes live September 1st. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us and sticking through all of our stuff and having a good time. We'll be back Wednesday night. We're going to be on at 9 p.m. Eastern with our good friend, Clifton Taylor. We're super excited to hang out with Clifton. Clifton Taylor, the real one.
The legend?
One Take Taylor. He's on with us Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're super excited to be able to chat with him. So thank you for tuning in. Have a good night. We'll see you on Wednesday.
See you Wednesday. Bye.